When you talk about Madrid, they're coming off a 2-0 victory over Mallorca. Controversial, perhaps not as controversial as the game just 3 days prior, the 2-1 victory over Sociedad. Has the outcry over the help that Madrid may be getting from the referees, has it expanded beyond the Catalan press yet?
Yeah, it has. I mean, it has in part just because, you know, whenever it becomes very big in the Catalan press, then it tends to expand anyway, and other areas of the country pick up on it. Those people who aren't Real Madrid fans pick up on it, and of course Real Madrid themselves pick up on it. So what you get, of course, is a series of reaction, and then you get counter-reaction. And so, for example, after the game against Mallorca the other day, Sergio Ramos came out and said, you know, I've had enough of people kind of inventing film plots about this and talking about this. What we do on the pitch is what matters. The referees and the VAR system is there to help out, to make sure there's justice, and it's not the reason why we're top. And so you get this kind of response and then counter response. Now, it hasn't turned, I would say, especially nasty, but it's certainly we're seeing now, if you like, an acceleration of the claim and counterclaim. I suspect that what we probably need is just a couple of games where nothing happens either way, either in favour of Barcelona or in favour of Madrid, or against one or against the other, and then maybe things will settle again. But of course, with the title race being this close, every single decision is going to be looked at even more tightly, even more closely, even more microscopically than before.
Sid, it seems like anywhere football is played, there's a reason given why the referees don't go to the monitor. What's the logic or lack of logic in Spain? Because again, it seems like the referees are not going to the monitor.
No, that's right, and this is one of the things I think that baffles people in Spain, is that we are told constantly that, you know, well, these are the things that the referees can go to the monitor for. These are the things that the VAR can intervene on, and yet we see decisions where quite clearly the VAR is intervening, even if referees aren't going to look at the monitor. Over the last few days, the big decisions that have been talked about have, generally speaking, the referee hasn't gone to the monitor because that is not the nature of the decision. So to give you an example, the Real Sociedad decision, which was a Real Sociedad goal, was of course the shot from Jan Usaya that went in, but it was ruled that Mikel Merino was interfering with play. The referee, from his position on the pitch, decided that Mikel Merino was interfering with play. That is not something that VAR overturns. VAR would overturn whether or not he's standing in an offside position, but not whether or not he's interfering with play. And now, of course, what this has done is it's opened up the debate in Spain about whether the protocols through which the VAR is applied or not applied need to be changed. And referees, it's curious because a lot of the time, some of the protocols we're told about, it's very clear that they're not being followed anyway. It's very clear that referees are in constant contact with people watching screens. But of course, in terms of those things that you see, in other words, the referee leaving his position on the pitch, running to the touchline, looking at the screen, that is still following protocols. And basically, put very, very simply, there are parts of the protocol where they do not invite the referee to go and have a look at it.
Sid, Real Madrid have the tiebreaker. As we mentioned, 7 matches left. The run-in would seem to favor Real Madrid if you look at the schedule. I wonder if you agree with that. Do you see Real Madrid slipping up more than Barcelona in what's left of this season?
Yeah, I would agree that the fixture list as it is between now and the end of the season favours Real Madrid. I think Barcelona would have been looking at this little run of games and thinking, had they got through Sevilla winning, had they got through Athletic Bilbao winning, they've got Villarreal coming, they've got Atletico Madrid, of course, coming fairly soon, then they would have gone into the last four, I think it was, games and thought, that's it, we're basically done. But they're already behind Real Madrid, albeit only on head-to-head. I agree that the fixture list is harder for Barcelona, admittedly not massively harder, but a bit harder, not least because there's still that game against Atletico Madrid in it. And to be honest, I look at the running that Real Madrid have got, I look at the strength in depth they have, I look at the quality of the players they've got, I look at the fact that we're now playing behind closed doors. So some of those factors that help smaller teams against Real Madrid, the fact they have 7 days for every game instead of just 3, the fact that they've got a fan base in their favour, the fact that there's the pressure that Madrid sometimes feel in front even of their own fans, all of those have been stripped away. And when you strip away some of those kind of external factors that sometimes help to level the playing field, and they're not there anymore, then you're left with an inescapable reality, which is that Real Madrid are so much stronger than everyone they're going to face between now and the end of the season. And to be honest with you, I think Real Madrid will win every game between now and the end of the season. So I think it doesn't matter what Barcelona will do. I think while it is still only head-to-head, I think it's very definitely advantage Real Madrid at the moment.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.